make him a hero in Mexico. The Prince believes that a victory will earn him recognition as a great fighter as well as a great showman. The stakes couldn't be higher.
And a quick word about the tactical face-off. Prince Naseem is a southpaw who usually dispenses with the jab relatively early, squares his shoulders, and throws power punches. Marco Antonio Barrera is a conventional fighter, but by far his biggest weapon is the left hook, especially to the body.
Boy, they've got one of the most straight-laced referees in the business. Joe Cortez, not going to take a lot of foolishness, so be careful of the disqualification. Barrera's got to make certain that he stays solid in every round with a good body shot. Get this guy off of his feet, moving away from you. And the Prince has got to come out of his trick bag and make Barrera try to be a showman as well.
Barrera boxing, not just waiting in. Gets to the body, wobbles Naz with a left hook upstairs.
The one thing you don't want to get into is a slugging match with the Prince.
It all looks so good at the start. He looks off balance. You hit him with your jab. It shows an effect. You begin to feel like, I can do this easily. That's what Kevin Kelly thought.
Hamed was momentarily dazed, I thought. Conned his way out of it. Took some good shots. He's back on his feet.
But he allowed Barrera to taste his power just a little bit.
And picking his spots.
It's a very interesting choice of fight plans by Barrera, and he's making it work very effectively in round one. He's landed 2 big left hooks upstairs and a couple of shots to the body. Naz hasn't done any real damage.
And that left hook that Barrera landed was a hurting left hook. Those are the kinds that make you stop and wonder what in the world you're in the ring with, or who.
Round one is all Barrera. And Prince Naseem takes several power shots from the Mexican star.
Get the other bucket of him. He's catching the motion with his left hook. See what you're doing is keeping your hands up. I got him.
In Barrera's corner, our interpreter is Ray Torres.
Good work, Marcos. Barrera fighting an intelligent, measured fighter against an awkward fighter. Briefly dazed him early in the round, later came on to land those hard jabs.
George, in round one, the Barrera crowd was going wild every time he connected with Naz because Naz's head swivels around as though on a pedestal of some sort. Is it solely because Naz's balance is so bad that he looks to be affected by every power punch?
Absolutely. He's always off balance. That's why you can catch him with a looping shot.
A warning because Naz threw a backhand.
Joe Cortez is quicker than any referee to stop Prince Naseem from backhanding with his jab.
And the Prince has got a little whelp under the eye there. That may be a changing factor when the corner goes into the corner. It may not be able to give advice. You got to work on his eye.
Excellent right hand body shot by Barrera. And you can see the mouse under Naz's right eye as George pointed it out.
Now he's got Barrera clowning a little bit. That's what you want. That's what you want if you were the master at that kind of thing. Get the guy stepping into new waters.
English crowd chanting Nazi, Nazi, Nazi.
And that's the thing about being in the dressing room so long with all of that playing around. Someone is going to come out very cold, and it was the Prince this time.
Notice that Barrera, when they're in close, has his head, keeps his hands very high, very aware of Hamed's punching power.
Barrera's got to make certain when he throws his shots that he's at home. Don't go lunging out there.
Shades of the Cesar Soto bout in Detroit as Barrera is either pulled down by Hamed or pushes him down. Mark Ratner comes up onto the ring apron.
What happened there was Hamed lunged at him into the clinch and tried to throw him off balance, and Barrera responded.
I don't want any rough tactics. We're going to pelear sucia, ¿entiendes? No quiero descualificar a nadie. I don't want to disqualify anyone, you understand? All right, time in.
Prince Naseem beginning to become more active. George Foreman referred earlier in the round to the long delay that preceded the fighter entrances here. A delay of an hour as Prince Naseem Hamed had his glove wrapped, rewrapped, and put on 2 or 3 times before finally coming into the ring. Hard left hand by Prince Naseem, countering Barrera inside.
The Prince is the aggressor.
Right hand and a left by Barrera, rocking Naz back.
I didn't expect to see the Prince being the aggressor this early.
And Barrera countering him. Round 2 mostly marked by the wrestling incident as both fighters wound up on the canvas together.
Now you got to fight your type of fight. That's what you want now. You got to cut the orders. That's what you want. But keep backing them up. You getting them confused. Keep backing them up, and you know the key shot when he starts that weak jab like that, bam, right through the center. Okay. Let him start.
The jab. That's your key. You got to keep. You're more intelligent than him. Much more intelligent than him. Then lift up your head and keep working. You're doing great.
Quiero una pelea limpia, ¿ok? No quiero pelea sucia, ¿entiendes? All right.
A review of the wrestling incident. There you see on off balance, Hamed jumps into Barrera. Barrera holds him by the waist. They dance around and fall to the canvas.
And I think Barrera's big complaint was that Naz wrapped his arm around the back of his neck.
I think the big complaint is that he made him wait a long time in that dressing room. He's unsteady about it. He doesn't like it.
Round 2 was fought at a slow pace. 35 punches thrown by Hamed, 31 by Barrera. That is the kind of pace at which Prince Naseem wants to fight. That's why Emmanuel Stewart said perfect when he came back to the corner.
Barrera is allowing Hamed to create and make the fight. He's not initiating anything. Just sits and waits to counter. That could be good, could be very bad.
Is it out of respect for Naseem's power that Barrera is fighting the way he is?
I think, Jim, it's because they feel that Naseem is more effective as a counterpuncher rather than taking the lead. And they're testing him in this way.
No, he's hesitant because he's reluctant. That's what he's being. If you you're a good fighter like Barrera, you want to stay in there, keep the action going, and take advantage of it.
Bring up.
Blood on the nose of Marco Antonio Barrera, apparently from one of those left-hand shots by Naseem.
Naseem keeps his eyes up, his hands down, his neck is straight into the air. Why doesn't the guy charge him? He's reluctant. You must take advantage of all of these openings created by your opponent.
So while Barrera, in the weeks leading up to the fight, insisted that he had no particular respect for Naseem's power, he's fighting as though he does.
When a guy stands in front of you with his hands down and his neck up, why? What are you waiting on?